welcome back to Joanne's Bath and Body. I am Joanne, and today we're going to be cutting Sweet Honey soap. Sweet Honey was made during the Soapy Saturday Facebook Live broadcast on March the 2nd, and it looks like this. It's just a regular flat top soap, but I gave it an ombre effect. So we started out with very dark brown, and then we added some white. We lightened it up and did a drop swirl with that. And then we continue to do that all the way through until we have a white top. So let's get this cut here. Okay, we're gonna give this just a quick flip around. Now, what I did add some real honey to this batch of soap. Now, I did add some real organic local honey to this batch of soap. And the name of the fragrance oil from Brambleberry that I used was called Pure Honey. All right, so let's get just the end piece cut off here. Okay, and we'll just get going with it. Now this has been sitting for, a good 30 hours. All right, you can see that drop swirl in there. Turned out so nice. Okay. Now one thing that I was afraid of by adding the honey is that during the saponification process while it was sitting in the mold, was that it would heat up and crack. And thankfully, that did not happen. I had it sitting on a rack with a fan blowing directly on it this whole entire time. Oh, look at that. I love how the swirls turned out in this. The drops, you can see they get progressively lighter as it gets in towards the center. Nice, I'm pretty happy with this. Now I was led to believe that this fragrance oil would heat up and accelerate the soap, and it did not do that. So I had plenty of time to work with the drop swirls. Ooh, nice. All right. And it just was a dream, really, to work with. So no complaints here about that. Okay, clean off the wire. Sorry about the hand being in the way. Okay, so let's get this up here. So you can tell this week, since I'm cutting a normal batch of soap, a normal sized batch of soap, that I am going right up to my 1.25" mark here on my cutter. This just turned out so cool. Cutting soap is actually, I think, my favorite part. Besides the design and thinking of the design and how I'm going to work the design based on the fragrance and the color. I mean, I like all those parts. But actually cutting into the finished product, it's like you get a surprise with every single slice because you hope that it's going to turn out the way you had envisioned. And sometimes it turns out exactly as you had envisioned. And sometimes, like this time, it turns out even better. See the gradient from dark to light to lighter to white? And the wispies that are in here. I mean, that's how fluid this batter stayed throughout the entire pouring process. I'm so happy with it. I'm not seeing any discoloration after about 30 hours. Let's see. It is about 7:30 on Sunday evening, and we made this around 11:30 Saturday morning, so. All right, let's cut that one. Oh, so pretty. And the fragrance, I mentioned this during the Facebook broadcast. When the fragrance arrived, TJ and I, we obviously smelled it, and we both agreed that it actually smelled more like pure honey than the organic pure honey that we had on the shelf and that I put in here. So that worked out really well too. This has a very sweet smell to it, obviously, since it smells like honey. But it's not an overpowering sweet. It's not a sickly sweet or sticky sweet either. It has like this very faint floral fragrance to it. It's very pleasant. All right. Right up to the line. Now, I know that you can see the jagged edges on each bar right after they're cut, and that is 100% normal. And what I do before I package the soap is I take a tool and I go around and just smooth out these edges like this. And it just makes it a little more presentable, a little more professional looking. So this does use my typical cold process recipe, which includes coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, castor oil, sweet almond oil, and olive oil, as well as kaolin clay, coconut cream, some almond yogurt, and some silk. All right, I think I can get one more cut out of this. But this bar has the addition of the honey, just because, I'm using a fragrance called Pure Honey. Oh, that didn't quite turn out. Let me try that again. I may be able to shave just a bit off that end. Okay, I'm going to line it up here. You can see the bar twisted a little bit. It's still a little bit soft. There we go. And I will straighten up the rest of that edge with a planer. Okay, so that's about all that I have for today. This is Sweet Honey. That's the name I'm giving it. And again, the fragrance oil is from Brambleberry. Let me just line these up for you. You can see some of the cut. So I'll let this sit for a little bit. And then I'll take some pictures and finish editing this video and getting it up on Facebook. Nope. Let me try that again. And getting it up on YouTube. I'm still not 100% used to having a YouTube channel. All right, so this is Sweet Honey. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I had some batter left over. And so I added the batter to my little owl molds. So I will unmold that for you as well. You can see that. So this is the same batter. It's just, it's all white because that was the last layer that was left over. It does have honey in it, and it also has the honey fragrance oil in it. And there we go. So these owls are used as samples. So when you order from me, I always include a sample of something in your order, and it'll be in the shape of an owl. Well, he doesn't want to sit up. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Come check out my Facebook page, Joanne's Bath and Body Boutique. I am on Instagram as Joanne's Bath and Body. The website is joannesbathandbody.com. And thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you soon. Bye.